Hi everybody, today I will work with you on an exercise about how to identify a phoneme. Okay, so here we have an exercise about the phoneme L, the dark L, and the light L. So we have, as we know, some steps that we should follow in order to identify if we are talking here about the same phoneme or about different phonemes. So the first step is to find minimal pairs. So it is very important to see the transcription of those words in order to find if there is a minimal pairs. So a minimal pair is that is two words that have the same sounds and differ only in one phoneme that takes the same environment or the same position in those two words. So here, as you see, I write in one color words with light L, and in another color I write the words with the dark L. So if you have a look here, there is no minimal pairs. There is no minimal pairs. There is no words that are similar in all the sounds and differ only in this sound L. So when we don't find any minimal pair, we assume that we are talking about the same phoneme and not different phonemes, but the question is maybe we are talking about allophones of this phoneme. But when we are talking about allophones, we have two different types of allophones. We have the allophones in free variation and we have allophones in complementary distribution. So here, as you see, there is no free variation, means no words that have the same meaning and have the same sounds. So those allophones are not in free variation but in complementary distribution. So when we are talking about allophones in complementary distribution, we should find the environment in which each one of those two allophones occur. So to do so, we should write or find the environment of each allophone in those words. So here we write down those words with the light L and with the dark L, and here we will write the environment in which each one occurs. So we write here the allophone we are talking about means the light L. So here we find that this light L comes at the beginning of the word, so we put here this sign that means the beginning of the word, and here we have the vowel E. The same here, we have the phoneme at the beginning of the word, and we have the vowel E. The phoneme at the beginning of the word, and we have here the vowel E. So I do the same with the rest of the words. Now I will move to dark L and do the same. We have here dark L. This is the dark L. It occurs also at the beginning of the word, and the vowel, the center vowel A. Also here we have the rounded vowel O. Here it occurs at the end of the word. This is my dark L at the end of the word, and before it we have the long vowel R. Here it occurs at the beginning of the word. After it we have the diphthong O. Here the beginning of the word, and we have the vowel R. Here also it occurs at the beginning of the word, and the long vowel R. Here we have the dark L, the beginning of the word, and we have the rounded vowel O. I forget here to mention that this L is dark. Okay, now let's compare those environment. How can we find the difference? So concerning the light L, we find that it always occurs at the beginning of the words and before a front vowel. Here you find only front vowel or this diphthong, which is constituted by two front vowels. And concerning the dark L, we find that also it occurs at the beginning of the words in some cases here, but it doesn't occur before front vowel, but center or back vowels or back diphthongs. As you see here, all those vowels are back. And sometimes we find that dark L occurs at other environment other than the beginning of the word. So here it occurs at the end of the word. So maybe the only exception is that the light L occurs always at the beginning of words and before a front vowel. If it occurs at the beginning of a word and before another vowel that it is not front, so it will be dark L. Okay. Whereas the dark L can occur at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word. We have here another word, feel, in which also the dark L occurs at the end of the word, and also here in this word lol we have two dark L's. One occurs at the beginning of the word and the second one occurs at the end of the word. So here dark L can occur at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word, it doesn't matter, but it should not occur before a front vowel, because if it occurs before a front vowels, it will be a light L. So here the light L is the exception because it occurs in only one environment, which is the beginning of the syllable or beginning of the word and before a front vowel, whereas the dark L can occur elsewhere. So this is the basic phoneme and this is the exception. So let's write the rule now. So here we write the phoneme L becomes the allophone light L in which environment? At the beginning of the word and before a front vowel. This is the rule. Whereas the phoneme L becomes the allophone dark L between brackets, in which environment? Elsewhere. Elsewhere means even either at the beginning or at the end of the word, but it shouldn't occur before a front vowel. So this is the rule of the phoneme L and its two allophones, light L and dark L. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching.